At Greystone, we are so proud to employ so many veterans who have sacrificed and given so much to serve our country and fight for our freedom. As we celebrate Veterans Day, we want to take some time to talk to a few of the veterans we employ here at Greystone. How has your experience in the military helped you in your job today?
In the military, we worked in all sorts of conditions and at all different hours. And the discipline I learned in the military and the conditions I worked in helped me transition into Greystone, working out on the lines at all times in all different weather conditions. And that discipline carried over, working long hours and following all the safety rules.
I would say, first and foremost, when I was in the military, I actually went into personnel. And so my experience in learning personnel within the military helped me to um, appreciate exactly what everyone goes through and understand that there is a mission and everyone plays a part within that mission.
A couple different ways. I'd say first and foremost, probably stress management. Both the military and then as a lineman, a former lineman, it's high stress, high adrenaline job. So being able to take that adrenaline all in and manage it and still put out, good consistent work. That's something the military teaches you to do, is just manage that stress, manage that adrenaline, and perform the way you're taught to perform.
My experience in the military helps me at Greystone Power with my flexibility, the pride that I take in my work, and also the teamwork. Just being flexible with the projects that we have or in weather situations where we're required to work longer hours. The pride in my work, definitely I take pride in, and I'm thankful for my service with the United States Army. And I definitely take pride in my work here at Greystone Power. So I think that's something that was instilled in me throughout my um, throughout my time with the military, and also just teamwork, knowing that what I do is going to affect everyone else in my department and in my team and in my small group, whatever it may be, whomever I'm working with. I think that those three things definitely help me to succeed here at Greystone.
Having to grow up and do life experiences right off the bat, not having to be treated like a kid anymore. You get more responsibility in the Marine Corps. It gave us responsibility that was way above our age limit, but we grew up and we learned to do it. And same thing here, you got to have that maturity level, able to take on responsibility to do your job.
What does it mean to have a company that values your service?
It means a lot. Every time that I had to transition back to the military to go overseas quite a few times, they were always very supportive. And when I came back, it was such an easy transition right back into the Greystone family.
I can really appreciate that, Greystone appreciates my service and celebrates my service and the sacrifices that, veterans make.
It is awesome. Greystone is a huge supporter of the military, so honestly, I probably wouldn't even have a job here if it wasn't for the way Greystone treats veterans and the way Greystone looks at veterans. I didn't necessarily have the experience in line work or the electrical field to get my foot in the door here, but because of my military service, it gave me some other things that they were looking for in the hiring process.
I think there aren't really things that you can put into words when someone appreciates the service that you've given by enrolling or enlisting in the United States military. And not everyone does it, not everyone's able to do it. And when someone appreciates that sacrifice and that commitment, it's a great thing. I appreciate it.
It means a lot because they're willing to take care of you and willing to help you out any way they can, and they respect you for what you've done. And not many people nowadays do that. They don't respect you for what you did and have done.
What would you say to a veteran looking to get into the electric cooperative business?
It's an almost seamless transition from the military into the Greystone family. The discipline and harsh conditions that you learn to work in and deal with help you with your everyday activities here, whether it's out in the field or communicating with members.
I've only been here since January, and I'd say that my experience has been great so far. I appreciate that I'm working for a company that appreciates my service and values the sacrifices that I've made. So I would say it's a definite plus to have your company value your service.
It is a good, stable job. There's a lot of things that transfer over from the military into this type of work. But the stability of the job, it is also a high adrenaline job. A lot of veterans, when they leave service, are seeking that adrenaline rush that they had in the service, and it's hard to find, but this kind of fulfills that need or that desire. But just the stability of it, especially like a co-op, a lot of veterans, they miss home because you're gone so much, so it gives you the opportunity to come home and work in your community.
I would encourage that veteran. I think that a lot of the qualities that the electric membership cooperative industry carries and maintains are parallel. The military, a lot of the ideals and the values that we have are very similar, and I think it would be an easy transition.
It's worth it. It's a lot of things run parallel with what you did in the military in a way, as in the working in a team, working as a group, communication, all the good stuff that you need. And it's not going to be as high strung as what you're used to, but it's somewhat close, somewhat to help bring you from a level down from what you were doing, but better pay and better benefits and taking care of you a lot better.